There is no shortage of cartoons that did not get the ending that they rightfully deserved. Megas XLR, Infinity Train, Owl House, the list goes on. However, just like this comment suggests, there do exist shows that went on way too goddamn long. And Nickelodeon in particular is so goddamn guilty of this that it's almost comical. SpongeBob SquarePants has been going non-stop since the year of our Lord 1999. When you have 25 years of content and the first 4 are considered the franchise's peak, that should be a sign to let this character finally take a ride across jellyfish fields and into the sunset. It would be bad enough if this was the only one, but then again, this is the same network that had no problem turning off its entire channel during the worldwide day of play. So it is absolutely no surprise that the Fairly Odd Parents died a slow and painful death. No lie, the Fairly Odd Parents have more fake endings than Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Abracatastrophe would have been a pretty good ending. Channel Chases would have landed y'all in top 5 best show endings of all time. But we needed the baby, we needed the dog, we needed another God Kid. Also, we can have a lackluster 10-season run and a live-action Drake Bell movie. And don't even think about getting smug, Cartoon Network. I'm on y'all neck. Dexter's Laboratory is a certified classic. Not only was it one of Cartoon Network's first ever cartoons, but it also had a decent ending. The final episode of season 2, Last But Not Beast, was intended to be the series finale. It involved Dexter and his entire family using a Power Ranger-like Megazord in order to fight a kaiju. This was gas, but we just couldn't let it end there. So then there was a TV movie finale. And while Ego Trip wasn't perfect, it did give us a nice little send-off with a story revolving around his rivalry with Mandark. This wasn't as good of an ending, but it was still pretty good. But we just couldn't let it end there. The original creator was fine with leaving it there, so he moved on to Samurai Jack. But the Cartoon Network executives decided that this cow ain't dry yet, so they decided to reboot it with a vastly different direction and art style. Which is wild to me because they have plenty of shows that they didn't allow to have an actual conclusion, but are fine with bringing back a show that had a natural conclusion. And if we're gonna bring up shows that needed to end a long time ago, Family Guy front and center. Family Guy feels like that one Rocko's Modern Life episode, where the creator of a cartoon worked on his show so long that he actively started to hate it, and then started making worse and worse episodes in order to intentionally get his show canceled. This has been Family Guy since the OJ episode. This has been Family Guy since Seahorse Seashell Party. And if you really want to take it back, this has been Family Guy since it first got revived after Adult Swim made it popular again. The jokes are no longer funny, the characters are flanderized to the point of no longer being likable, and it just feels like it is begging to die. But as always, that's just my opinion, and as always, I want to hear from you guys. What's a show you feel went on way too long? Leave it in the comments, let me know.